Hey everyone, welcome to another Fun Fact Friday. I'm Dr. Sam here at University Animal Clinic, and today I thought we'd talk about something that I've been getting asked a lot lately, and that is about grain-free foods and their link at this point to DCM, or dilated cardiomyopathy. This is a type of heart disease that causes the heart muscles to weaken and have an inability to pump the blood where it needs to go. And why is this coming up now? So there have been now, between January of 2014 and April of 2019, 524 reported cases of dilated cardiomyopathy that's being reported to the FDA to have a link with a grain-free diet of some sort or boutique diet of some sort. And so where is this happening at this point? We don't know exactly the cause and effect and why we're seeing this link. DCM is usually a very breed specific for large breed dogs, Dobermans, Great Danes in particular, boxers, things like that. But now we're seeing it, cardiologists are seeing this disease in breeds that we didn't used to see it before, like Golden Retrievers, Shih Tzus, Bulldogs, Schnauzers, breeds that weren't particularly known to get this disease prior to this. And the link and the main thing that we can find, 90% of these dogs, these cases being reported, are on a grain-free diet of some sort. And so that's where this link is being seen, is that 90% of these cases that are being reported are now on these foods. The particular thing that they're finding is that these grain-free foods are replacing grain with things like legumes, like peas and lentils, or potatoes as their primary ingredient. So we don't know if it's a lack of an amino acid taurine, which is what we've historically found to cause this kind of heart disease in cats in particular, since our cats are our true carnivores, or if it's something, a chemical compound or a combination of something in these other foods that are being used instead of grains, like peas and legumes and potatoes. So far we just haven't been able to pinpoint it. It's still very new. The FDA is investigating it, and that's what's important, is that we are looking into this at this point. So the question I keep getting is, what do we do? What do we do as pet parents? We want to feed our pets, like family, we want to feed them the best food possible. And I get it. I am completely on board with that. At this point, since we don't know the cause, I would warrant on the side of caution, because we don't know. If there's not a diagnosed medical reason why your pet has been put on a grain-free diet, again, talk to your veterinarian, come and talk to us here at University Animal Clinic. If there's not a medical reason, an allergy, a Crohn's disease, like GI problem, that your pet has been placed on a grain-free diet specifically, or you yourself don't have Crohn's disease, and in that case, maybe you can't touch grain or have it in your home, then if your pet doesn't need that specific diet, then we haven't been able to find a link to health benefits at this point for most of our pets for these grain-free diets. In actuality, grain is an allergen, which is where most people are finding the benefits or the thought behind the benefits of these foods. Grain as an allergen is actually very low on our list. It's usually our proteins, chicken, beef, or soy, things like that. Corn and grain is actually very low. It happens occasionally, so if your pet is tested for an allergen and is found to be allergic, then that would be a case where, yes, it would benefit you to keep your pet on these grain-free foods. But if your pet hasn't been tested positive, again, it's less than 1% of our food allergy pets that develop an allergy to grains, and our food allergy dogs are less than 10% of our population. So it's 1% of 10%. It's such a tiny percentage that these pets would be allergic to grain that if it's not a necessity for your pet, I think it's better safe than sorry to err on that side of caution. What they're finding is that these nutrients need to be bioavailable, so available for our pets to be able to use them, whether it's taurine or some of these other ingredients. And so for people, it might be fine to switch from grains to some of these grain-free alternatives like peas and legumes. But in our pets, that may leave those nutrients to not be bioavailable for them to be able to utilize in their body, and that's when they get these problems. If you're looking for how to weave through the internet, because I know it's a lot of information out there and you may not always be able to come in and talk to us, although that would be always my first recommendation. The WSAA, which is the World Small Animal Association, has an amazing website that goes through the different foods, the different myths that it goes through and dashes a lot of the myths about grain-free, raw, holistic, all of these different things. It goes through them for you and really makes it easy and digestible for you to understand some of these things and some of these sites. And I always try to stick to some of these larger brands because they have nutritionists and scientists behind them to make sure that these diets have everything that your pets need. They also have a larger breadth, so they'll find problems sooner because there's more pets on these foods. So if you have questions, let us know. Leave them in the comments below. I always want to talk about what you guys want to hear about, so let me know what you want to hear about for the next Fun Fact Friday. If you have questions about what food your pet should be on or is on, please contact us here at University Animal Clinic. That's what we are here for, and I will see you guys next Friday.